Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm making this Christmas bouquet wall hanging that can go perfectly with any type of decor. Make sure you're subscribed if you love to craft and give this video a big thumbs up to let me know if you enjoyed today's project. So to make this project, I'm going to be using just one of the Dollar Tree signs. Any would do. I did decide to use the back of the sign this time, although I really wasn't crazy over the snowman and the floral pattern on the front. I did remove the red ribbon hanger from the top because I will just be hanging this from some jute string later on. I knew when I started this project that I did want the background to be a neutral color, that way my Christmas floral would pop off the background. As you can see, I am almost completely out of the chalk paint, but I did want to make it go as far as I could because I didn't have any more on hand. A lot of you all ask, I just picked my Waverly chalk paint up from Walmart and it's like $6 for that size container that I am showing there. To get that sticker off, I did have to go run it under the hairdryer for a few seconds. I love that trick. A lot of you all have commented and told me that, and I love it. That has changed my crafting life forever. But I just learned that if you have a label or sticker on there from Dollar Tree or anywhere, you can just run it under a hairdryer for a few seconds and it comes off so easily after it's heated up. So even though I am almost out of paint, I stretched it as far as I could, and you can see a few streaks in it where I was running low, but I like this look to it and I probably would have done that anyways. But to make it look a little bit more streaked or give it more of a wood look, I took some Elephant Waverly chalk paint and just darkened my white paint just enough that it would show up on the white. So then I'm going to take my paintbrush and then add some little lines in there to give it some texture. I am always scared that I'll add way too much gray, so I do go over it once and then I go back in after the paint is almost all the way off of my brush and then add some more in there. This looks good enough and you could leave it like this, but I actually like to dip my paintbrush back in the white paint and go over it a little bit just so it gives it more of like a foggy look on the gray. I don't know, I'm not an artist, I just like to craft, so I don't know how to explain this to you all, but you can see that it definitely gives it a softer finish. To make the basket on the front that's going to be holding our floral decor, I'm going to be using some jumbo popsicle sticks. I picked these up at Walmart, and then I have a ton of this lacy burlap from Dollar Tree, and I wanted to use a lot of this up. As much as I've loved and used this ribbon, I really hope that Dollar Tree brings out a kind of similar ribbon but something different so that all of my crafts aren't matching in my house with the same kind of bow. But to make this, I'm going to cut my ribbon as long as the sign and then take 2 of my popsicle sticks and I'm going to glue this on each end of the ribbon. I did trim off the little round ends of the popsicle sticks so that they will have a flat bottom. And then just applied a lot of hot glue so that the ends of each ribbon would be on the popsicle sticks. Whenever it comes to the next row of ribbon, I'm going to pretty much do the same thing, except I'm going to overlap it over the first ribbon about 1/4 of an inch and then apply a little bit of hot glue to the first ribbon so that it will tack together in the center. So I ended up using 4 strands of the ribbon and then I just trimmed off the top of the popsicle sticks so that they wouldn't poke out of the top of the basket. To make sure this is really secure, I added a couple more popsicle sticks onto the other ones. So I trimmed off the bottoms just like I did before and then marked wherever the top was and trimmed that down. And then I'm going to hot glue these directly on top of the other popsicle sticks, but kind of sandwiching in the ribbon. So here it is all put together. As you can see, the lace is on the inside, and then the two popsicle sticks are holding in the ribbon really nice and tight. And then I'm just going to put this on my sign, and to make the little basket, I'm going to tuck under those popsicle sticks, and it will tighten up the ribbons and make it look like a little basket holder. Or I guess you could call it kind of like a burlap bag. But I thought this was a really neat technique to make the little bag. I then just hot glued it onto the popsicle stick and then tucked it under onto the sign. You do probably want to measure. I didn't, and I got it too close to the edge, so when I scooted over I did expose a little bit of the hot glue that was hard to get off. But after you get it centered, you just do the other side and it makes this little basket. It doesn't have the bottom, but I found out that it was like on there really tight so that none of my floral did fall out. To make it appear more of like a bag, I did fold over a piece of ribbon and then hot glued that along the top. You could put anything that you wanted into the little basket, and Dollar Tree has some beautiful $1 picks that would be perfect to add in here. I did want to kind of mix it up, and I had a ton of these Garland Ties on hand, so I ended up just folding them in half, twisting them a little bit at the bottom so that they stayed together, and then tucking them down inside. And I didn't even hot glue mine. I found that they did stay very nicely, but if you wanted to, you could just go back in with a little bit of hot glue and tack these down. I did try to rearrange these several different ways so I could try to find out what I liked the best. I also am going to be using some of these beautiful frosted red berries from Dollar Tree. I did end up having to cut them with some wire cutters, and I just tucked them down into the greenery to give it a lot more color. After I got the first row done, I decided that it needed some more height to it, so I tucked some more in the back, not pushing them down into the little burlap as much. To add some more texture and fullness, I had these frosted pine cones from Dollar General, and I got like 12 of these for $1. I love these, but to match into my rustic decor, I just hot glued some of these into the little bouquet, and I love how it made it look. If you didn't want pine cones on everything, you could hot glue little bells in here or even some poinsettia flowers. Dollar Tree does offer a nice variety of Christmas ribbon. If you want to use a plaid or a different color, I'm going to be using this deep red. I'm pretty sure this came from Dollar General, and I've had it a while, so I'm not sure if it was in the fall decor or just the Christmas decor. And then to make a super simple bow, I just cut a piece of ribbon about the size that I want. I fold it into thirds. I tie a little piece of jute string around the center, although with this bow I wanted to add some little tails on there, so I just cut another piece of the same color burlap and I just tie it in the same knot. make sure that you trim your jute string off so that it doesn't hang off of the bow, and then I make a little centerpiece and hot glue that directly onto the center. And then after my bow was finished, I just trimmed the tails so they made the cute little V's at the ends, and then I just hot glued it on the top of the burlap bag. And then to finish it up, I just added my jute string hanger, and then that was it. And this is so fun, and this is something that you could change up to match any decor, but I think this, like it is, matches farmhouse or traditional, or could be incorporated into any decor. If you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Bye!